to Aruba. Don't you wish you was here?
Woo! It's cold. Maybe Hey guys, I just returned from an amazing trip to Aruba. Oh my god, Aruba is so beautiful. You have to go to Aruba. So today I am going to tell you about the tips and tricks that we did to go to Aruba for 6 nights. We flew into Aruba and we went to Fort Lauderdale first, and it's cheaper to go out of Fort Lauderdale, so we flew into Fort Lauderdale from Dallas and we got our flight from Spirit. So if you don't know about Spirit, what you need to do is go to the airport and check your prices for your tickets. That is the best bet. Like, they are so much cheaper at the airport. If you're going anywhere, you make sure you go to Spirit and you check your prices there first. It's usually like $30 cheaper than online. So you just go there to the airport, ask them about the prices that you want to go to. So we usually fly with Spirit, and we go to Fort Lauderdale because Fort Lauderdale is sometimes cheaper than Miami actually. So we flew to Fort Lauderdale. Our ticket was about $82 to go to Fort Lauderdale. We overnight there. We stayed at an Airbnb. Our flight left early the next morning. And if you don't know Spirit, I need you to do your research before you fly with Spirit. Warning, okay, because they have strict baggage policies with Spirit, and I don't want you to get caught up bringing all these bags thinking you're gonna go on vacation. No, we flew with 2 duffel bags, 1 each, and that worked for 6 nights. Okay, you just need to pack your essentials and that's it, because Spirit don't play with their baggage fees. So with my duffel bag, I fit like a lot of clothes in there, and I still had extra, and we did laundry also when we got there. We spent about $284 for a round trip ticket from Fort Lauderdale. So, that was a pretty good deal for us. So that's why we decided to go to Aruba. It was just me on the Southwest. My boyfriend took JetBlue because he got points on his JetBlue, and I got the Spirit credit card. So I got, basically flew for free with the Spirit credit card because I got a $200 credit back onto my account, and the flight was just $284. I'll take that. So we researched a little bit about Aruba, and we were like, okay, why not go to their carnival, because I'm from the Caribbean and it'll be kind of cool to experience another island, their culture and how they do things in for their carnival. So we researched a little bit more about Aruba, and we found out that their carnival is so much more, I would say it's more cultural and traditional. Aruba has a wide selection of things to do for everybody. They speak 4 languages there, and I think the main language that they speak is Papiamento, and it is kind of a mix of Dutch and Spanish. So when we got to Aruba, we didn't rent a car, because when we researched Aruba, we saw how small it was, and we were like, okay, they don't have Lyft there, but they have taxis and they have a bus system. Usually when we travel, we try to do the bus system or take taxi or Lyft or whatever and try to save money that way. If it's cheaper to rent a car, then we just rent a car. And our Airbnb was a lady. She lived in New York, but she has a business in Aruba. So she'd be going back and forth to Aruba and New York, and she let us stay at her place. It was like a 1-bedroom studio, which was fairly new, by the way. It looked really new. She hasn't been living there for that long. And it was really nice for what we paid for it. Like, you could find a lot of affordable places in Aruba other than staying in the resorts that are there, because we looked at the resorts and the resorts were really, really, really high, and we weren't about to pay that. Okay, no. So we usually save money by just staying at an Airbnb, or if it's cheaper to stay at a hotel, we'll stay at a hotel, but it won't be like a resort. Okay, so we did an Airbnb. We took the bus. Usually we had to walk down the street to go to the bus, and we were just walking around like locals. Like, people there are so friendly. They don't bother you. You know, Aruba is pretty quiet. Even though it was carnival season, they weren't like out there like that. So it was really nice to experience that in Aruba. The taxis are reliable. There's always taxis around, but they are very expensive. Very, very, very expensive, especially if it's their tourist season. You're gonna be paying a lot for taxis. So I suggest either staying somewhere where you can walk into the city, or walk to the beach, or take the bus. A lot of people were taking the bus, so you know, it's not that hard to maneuver around Aruba. When we were there, we visited DV Beach, and that was just like a 10-minute walk from our Airbnb. So we walked on DV Beach, and it was so pretty there. It was blue water, white sand, and the waves were just rolling in really nice and relaxing. The water was cold. I would say that the water was cold, but you know, we still enjoyed it. All the beaches are public, so you can go to any of the beaches. Eagle Beach is right next to DV Beach, so you know, you could go to any one of those. You could walk right down from DV Beach. So where we were staying, we had an Airbnb, and where the Airbnb was, it was next to a restaurant, a famous restaurant, because a lot of the people knew where this restaurant was. It's called the Redfish Restaurant. Redfish Restaurant was so good. Their food is amazing. Like, we were staying right next to the restaurant, so if we had to take a taxi like late at night or whatever, we would just tell them, you know, leave us at the Redfish. But our Airbnb was right next to the Redfish. Next day, we went on this amazing ATV tour. I suggest you take an ATV tour if you're in Aruba. Their landscape is not just beaches and white sand. Their landscape is kind of like desert. So desert, rocky, sandy kind of stuff. So it's perfect for ATV. And on this ATV tour, we went to different parts of the island. We went to the natural bridge. We did the gold mine ruins. We did the natural pool, which we didn't get to go into, but it was beautiful to look at. we did that, we went to get something to eat at Matthew's Beachside Restaurant. That is an amazing view. We saw the sunset and we were having dinner right there off the coast of the beach, and it was just something that you see in the movies that you're like, oh, okay, this is what people do when they go on vacation. You know, I didn't know. After Matthews, we tried to go downtown to see the light festival, and they didn't have their light festival. It was canceled, but our bus driver, he suggested that we go somewhere where the locals hang out, and we had the best time hanging out with these locals. They were outside of a corner store, they had their little band, and they were just dancing and grooving and enjoying being out there. It was very good to see. So on our next day, we went to St. Nicholas. We took the bus and we rode it all the way to St. Nicholas. It was like a 45-minute ride. I think there was usually a shorter bus to go there, but we just took the first one that was leaving. And I think the bus was about $5 for a round trip. So we took that and we rode it all the way to St. Nicholas, and we found their festival out there. And that was so beautiful just to see that for the first time, to see the costumes and hear the music. And their music was like the soca that you usually hear, but they didn't have just like a DJ playing the music. They had an actual live band on those trucks playing the music. And that was so amazing to see that, because like, you know, when do you see a full band on all the trucks in Carnival? That is crazy to me. Here are just a few of the pictures and videos that we took while out there in the streets of St. Nicholas.
In my singing career, I was the hunter. Like Alon's broker and strutter. I single-handedly bring it over. From Trinidad to Aruba. Oh Lord, I want to see your rain. Oh my, I want to see your Holy Father. For your sister and your brother, for your blessed that is presented unto the end. Oh Lord, I want to see your rain. Oh my, I want to see your Holy Father. For your sister and your brother, for the blessed that is presented unto the end. Of mine you will find music. Plenty passion to of your love for the advance. We all that love and grace to share with me is appreciated for our eternity. Hey, we're the road again. Hunters, I said, Kitty, Miney and Mo, and those are the hunters. I will hunt me for sure. Those are the ones who forgive me so bad. Oh Lord, wherever I go, I said, let control is nothing to it. The Bible goes, when you grind, you can do it. I've been the under from time to time, but come and be
friends, linking up with family, and waving up with friends, winding up with family, creating memories. Tell him. Remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that. I say creating memories, creating memories.
But the next day, we went to Rangerstad's Carnival, and oh my god, some of it was the same things that we saw at St. Nicholas, but they added more costumes and more people were there, I should say, because it was big. You couldn't find a space. You had to get there super early, and we got there at 10 o'clock and it was already packed. So you know, people was like, they set up their tents, they bring their chairs, they literally were sitting out there all day for this carnival. We weren't prepared. So here is a few videos of what we saw in Rangerstad for their carnival, and here are some pictures that we took with some of the people that were there. They're so laid back and chill, and everybody was so friendly.
Jumping up with friends, linking up with family, and waving up with friends, winding up with family, creating memories. Tell him. Remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that. I say creating memories, creating memories.
Festival in Aranchistan, they have the burden of King Momo, and King Momo is supposed to be like the symbol that the festival is over. So here's a few clips of the burning of King Momo.
I jumping up with friends, linking up with family, I waving up with friends, winding up with family, creating memories. Tell him. Remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that. I say creating memories, creating memories. Alive and well, to jump up in the crowd. Thank God I woke up this morning. Thank God I woke up this morning. We all have blessed, we all have life. Alive and well, to take another way. Thank God you woke up this morning. Thank God you woke up this morning. As long as I could talk, I will be singing out. As long as I could walk, I will be jumping out. Carnival, because it's Bacchanal. In case you didn't know, you could find me on the road. Jumping up with friends, jumping up with family, linking up with friends, linking up with family, waving up with friends, waving up with family, winding up with friends, winding up with family, creating memories. Tell him. Remember this, remember that, remember this. Remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that. I say creating memories. Oi. Creating memories. Hey yo. Yeah. Another year, another song. Alive and well, to jump up in the gut. Thank God I woke up this morning. Thank God I woke up this morning. We all are blessed, we all have life. Alive and well, to take another way. Thank God I woke up this morning. Waving up with family, waving up with friends, waving up with family.
They finished the carnival around 8 o'clock that night, and people were starting to leave, and we just were like, well, it's still kind of early, you know, we wanted to do a little bit more partying. So we went to a club that was around the corner, downtown Orange instead, and we just went there to party, have a couple drinks or whatever. And here is a few videos from that night.
And where you from? The boys tell me my name is Mr. Rum. You hear the iron? That mean it's start. Don't let nobody style you. Mash it up flat. Tell me pick up something. Anything. Rum tell me to grab something. Anything. I just want to pick up something. Anything. Watch how I go grab something. Anything. Rum tell me to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Pick up something. Start to run with it. Run with it. Run with it, just run with it. Pick up something, start to run with it. Boy, yo, party mash up, boy, yo, party mash, boy, yo, party mash up, boy, yo. Move, excuse me, let me pass. You don't wanna have fun? Then move your ass. You do like soca, then what you doing here?
Alright, so on our final day, we wanted to just be a tourist and walk around and take pictures and look at the historical sites. But it was a holiday the next day, like it was Carnival Monday, so nothing was open, which was kind of nice because we kind of had the whole downtown to ourselves. So here's a few pictures that we took downtown at their historical buildings and sites. So I hope these tips and tricks encourage you to go out and travel and just live life. Thank you for watching. Bye.